Critical did something about that. I haven't played... Oh, man, I haven't played RuneScape since fucking... I have to watch his video, Critical. I have to watch that video then. But I haven't played RuneScape since... 2003? 2004? No, well, about 2004 or 5, I'd say. Yeah, about that. He caused a giant monopoly, really. Critical is using his powers for good. Game froze. I really should just do a Q&A stream. Vinny, do you hate me because I'm using ad block? No, not at all. I encourage it. Go for it. If you don't, it helps me out. It really helps me out. But if you do, I'm totally okay with it. I'm not going to do a Q&A stream now. I'm going to play Everspace now, but maybe I'll do a Q&A stream. Actually, the truth is, at Too Many Games, there's going to be a Q&A. That's what my panel is. So I have my own panel, and then I have a panel for the Vinesauce streamers that I'll be hosting. I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut during that one. But during the my panel, I'm just going to be answering questions and telling stories and stuff. And I will not be prepared. But I'll have some things to give out, at the very least. It should be a bit of fun. But no, maybe one day I'll do an actual, like, panel where I, not a panel, like a Q&A live on stream, and I'll just take questions from the chat. And then get the same questions a day later from people who weren't there for the day I answered the questions. That happens a lot. What the fuck is this? Oh, I guess I had a game that I was playing? What sector am I in? I'm in Sector 1? Alright, well, we're jumping right in then. So we are not starting from the beginning. I totally forgot that I had a game going. I think this was like a couple days ago. For anyone who hasn't seen this game, it's procedurally generated areas. It's a little bit of like Rogue Squadron, Elite Dangerous. I've never played Elite Dangerous, but I know about it. It's a little bit of FTL, and it's kind of roguelite in nature as well. So every time you play, it's a little different. So, too many games. That's where I'll be. This is, as I said, my last stream for a couple of days. Because I'll be away. And, I want you to know, I do appreciate seeing you guys there. It's kind of... It's a good time. I mean, I freak out a little bit because I like my space. And it's real hard to find space at that particular convention. So, if I, you know, that's basically the only thing I would say. If there's a way to say it nicely, that's the way I'm gonna say it. No, I like personal space! Yeah, get out of my personal space! I'm in space now. I am in space, yeah, and not on my space. And then someone in chat says, "Oh, so you hate us?" You know, it's funny because I remember a couple years ago I said, I'm gonna be at this convention. I can't wait to meet you guys. I'm excited for this. But I said something like, if possible, please don't follow me around while I'm just trying to, like, go to the bathroom. And, I actually had a couple people... Well, I think it was mainly just one person who was like, "You really got too big for your boots, man. You really sold out, man. You don't know about the little people who got you where you are, man." I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, first of all, don't talk to me, peasant. Alright? Only those who are in the Vinesauce triple program can call me man. Alright? That's a title of endearment. And that was it. That was the end of the story. There isn't much more to it than that. But I don't know, I mean, you never know how people are on the internet. Turns out sarcasm doesn't translate very well in text, who would have thought. And not everyone has a kappa at their disposal. But for me, I'm just, I'm happy to get away for a little bit. I really need to... I really need to get away more, if I can be totally honest. I am a bit of a homebody, so I do like to stream, and I like to, you know... we're trying to finish this album, so I like to not be places, so I can do that.
In difficulty traversing this sector.
Thanks for cheering me up.
I find it helps to moderate your expectations.
But this convention's really good. For that reason. Anyway, let me tell you a little bit about this game, because I have a feeling there's a lot of people here who don't actually play this game, and probably want to know what the hell's going on. So I'm going through these sectors. I'm in this for the gold, right? And I'm in a light fighter. This is the lightest craft in the game that you can be. And you rely on your speed, right? Your speed, your cloaking, your maneuverability. The shield's not great. The hull is not that great. Oh shit, I need processors. My secondary weapon's broke. I'm not using a controller, I'm using a mouse. This game would be real tough with a controller. And so, what I'm trying to do is, you know, I want to collect as much stuff as possible, so I later on in the game, I can handle it. You know, I'm ready for the harder things. Too many games video? No. I'm good on that. Like I said, a couple people are bringing their cameras. But I'm not going to be filming. I won't even have a chance to film, really. And then the editing of said video would probably make me want to tear my scrotum off, so I'm not going to do that either. I really need a processor. So I have a couple of weapons here that you'll notice I'm switching between. Probably get a drone going. I'm switching between these lock-on things. This is the thermogun. The thermogun is really good for shields, and you don't really even have to aim it. You just need to lock on. And then the Gatling gun, the bullets, are really good. Oh, that's a good blueprint. The Gatling gun is exceptionally well, does exceptionally well against hull. So it's definitely, it's recommended that you switch between the two. At the moment, I'm kind of having some problems here. Caught in a Tholian web. This fucking drone just got me. A primary weapon's damaged. Eat a dick. So that's like a matrix thing that I have. Uses a little bit of energy, but it's alright. Got some mines. Plasma mine. Set one of those. see. Hit the mine. Hit the mine. Yeah, hit the mine. Fuck yeah. Of all the conventions you've ever been to, which one is your favorite? Too Many Games is my favorite. Because it's like kind of, you know, Vinesauce Con in a lot of ways. It's organized by my network. You know, they treat me really well. I get to hang out with James a little bit. Yeah, we're on first name basis. I doubt he even remembers me. No, but he's cool. I like hanging out with the Cinemassacre guys a lot. And I you know, we get to spend a little time, a couple drinks. I get to see some of the Vinesauce streamers. It's not that far from me, so I can drive there. What else? I get to do, like, you know, panels. The area itself, there's a lot to do. There's like a fucking funcade, you know, like crazy arcade nearby, and there's like, you know, decent food, decent enough food. Even though we just end up eating wings the whole time. But if I sneak off to Six Flags, you know, then if you guys are wondering where I am through the convention, like if I'm missing, I'm definitely not at Six Flags. Oh, fuck. Okar forces are inbound. It's time for me to leave. I checked my email today, and Six Flags offered a deal for a season pass. I'm really heavily considering this. So, because I went earlier this week, I guess they offered me, like, some kind of deal where for $30, I can go to the park anytime I want during the season. That lasts until September. So I could go every day for $30. Am I insane for wanting to do this? I don't know, that sounds like a good deal. I know what they're trying to do. I know what they're trying to do, those fuckers. But that's a really good deal. I mean, I wonder if their business is kind of shitty that they're doing something like that. Don't encourage me, chat. It's worth it. I paid 60 for it. 30 is a steal. No, I can't give you a link because the link doesn't... It's only from... Like, it's specifically tied to me because I bought my tickets online. You get burnt out on the park quickly. Well, even if I use it twice, just 2 more times, I get my money's worth before I burn out on the park. That's not too bad. I'm considering it. I am definitely considering it. Anyway, let me see what I got here. Stasis missile. I have just a fuckload of shield breaker missiles. I'm gonna get rid of these. Because the stasis missiles are amazing. I'm gonna show you why in a second. Primary laser MX+++. Right? Now this does... does a lot of damage to shields. It's got a range mod and a hull damage mod. The DPS against the shields are 100 a second. It's definitely better than the thermo gun. I can't fix my secondary still. I need processors for that. The thermo gun is really good though. What do you guys think? I need your help, chat. I'm gonna leave that there for now. Thermo lets you dodge easily. That's true. Let me see, maybe I'll get a better weapon in here. Thermo has lock-on. That's the only reason I'd want it. This does better damage against shields, but the lock-on is really good. So here's a new perk. Daredevil subroutine. That I can put on my ship, and it'll be a little bit better. Flak Cannon 5.5 blueprint. Shield booster. Pulse laser. MX++. Holy shit. This is way better than even this. It's got a star. Yeah, this is really good. I now have decided to leave the thermo gun. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure of it. The thermo gun is cool and everything, but this weapon is gonna just fucking go through shields like butter. Like butter. And, you know, I definitely understand me getting burnt out on the park. After a couple of hours at the park at Six Flags, it's an amusement park with roller coasters. I love roller coasters, so, I mean... but I already did a bunch of them, so I don't really know if I need to do it that much more. But there's other shit to do. There's arcades, there's, like, food. It's just a place to, like... you know, do stupid shit. And I'm thinking for 30 bucks... I think I might be down for that. I think I might be down for that, just to, like... if I want a place to go, just grab a friend, or just even just, like, hop on over there, get on the biggest roller coaster I can find, ride it, and then leave. And Staten Island isn't even that far from it, too. That's the best part. Like, it's like a 50-minute drive, 45 minutes. Yeah, I think I've convinced myself. I guess we're just gonna have to do a Vinesauce meetup there. Ooh, mine cluster. I can't even use those. That's gunship only. Alright, let's get out of this region. Sensors are impaired. Alright, because of the clouds. Do they have a Death Star? No. They don't have a Death Star. Only Vine Park has a Death Star. Chat, what have you done? You made Vinny spend 30 bucks. I don't mind. 30 bucks is fine. $30 is cheap to get castrated by the Green Lantern ride. That's all I've ever wanted, you know. I want the Green Lantern ride to fucking punch me in the dick and purify me from my sins. You know, that's really what I need. Like, I need the Green Lantern to go, like, Inquisition on me. So it's worth it, yeah. They don't make money on tickets, they make it on food and merch. Well, I mean, there's a Wawa right next to Six Flags. So, you just go to Wawa, get yourself a fucking amazing sandwich for $8. You know, then you're good. And then you just don't buy any merch. And you just go on rides all day. Yeah, Wawa is amazing. We don't have any in New York, but we, you know, Jersey, it's close enough. Wawa is, for those that don't know, it's like a 7-Eleven type place. But they do sandwiches. You go on the touchscreen, you pick what you want, down to like minute details on the screen, and then the people behind the counter make it for you. And it's really decent sandwiches, like better than Subway, by far. And I think they're fantastic. Their food is excellent for a place like that. There's a Wawa near Too Many Games, actually. I'm gonna be eating there. Like, that's gonna be a major... Aside from wings, that's gonna be a major source of food. Thank you. Get rid of the, overrides the target ship's control, makes them fight on your side. I didn't even know I had that. But yeah, I got the teleporter removed. I don't really like the teleporter very much. So now I have cloak. No shit. I'm gonna try to steal one of these fighters to fight for me. Fight for me! And then I cloak while it handles the fallout, and I'm taking damage. Ugh. Can I still not repair my secondary weapons? I really, really still cannot do that. I need processors. Would you ride King Dakar? Yeah, I would. It was closed the day I was there. Got processors. Perfect. And now I don't have nanobots. I guess GMB hates me. So, may as well steal their shit. I don't even know how this happened. I think I just fucked up and I started attacking GMB like a fucking moron, but that's okay. It was worth it for the cloaking device. Oh. I need nanomachines. Let's go this way. Aggressive negotiations, huh? So, Blade Runner, there's a video today, like kind of a behind-the-scenes look at the new Blade Runner, including some interviews with Harrison Ford and Ridley Scott and Denis Villeneuve, Gostels, Mr. Gostlings, Roger Deakins, and some new footage. I'm even more excited now. I actually think that it sold me more on the movie than the trailer did. Can you show on stream before the end? How about this? At the end of the stream, I will watch Monster Hunter World, and I'll show you the Blade Runner thing. In space at the moment. I want to detach, like the King of the Moon. I want to detach. Some ore, more ore. Tech container GMB over here. Let's go to that tech container and we'll get out of here. So the flow of this game is you go through a zone, like basically what you've been seeing. These zones are not huge, but there's at least, like, usually 3 or 4 points of interest per zone. Some of them are harder than others. And you collect materials, you upgrade your shit, and if you wait too long, Okar forces will be inbound, like they are right now. The Monster Hunter video I've seen is 25 minutes long. You sure it's not just another trailer? Someone said it was a trailer. Is this just 3D FTL? No, not really. I mean, think about it. In FTL, you go inside the ship. We talk about this every time I play the game, but in FTL, you go inside the ship. It's a strategy, you know, type thing. Like, there's, like, tactical kind of situations. You can pause the game. The FTL influence is more in the fact that it's in space, and that enemies show up if you're in a region too long, and in the star map. But otherwise, and of course the systems too, like the, you know, installing systems and using energy for them. It has a lot of elements from FTL. It's definitely familiar. But it plays completely differently. The core gameplay is totally different. So when people say 3D FTL, that definitely oversimplifies what the game is, and takes away some of what makes it special, I think. However, it's a good initial reaction. And for those who haven't heard of this game at all, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a high recommendation. I'm gonna give it a light to strong 7. No, really, if I had to give it like a number, it would be somewhere in the 8 or 9 range. After putting like 20 hours in. It really is great. Don't even hesitate. Just if you can get it, get it. If not, wait for it to go on sale. There's 3 different ships. There's tons of unlockables and progression. You always feel like you're making progress in this game, even when you die. You can't land on a planet. No, you're always in your ship. But I wouldn't say necessarily it's for everyone. That's why you should watch the stream a little bit and make the determination of, oh, this looks like a game I would enjoy. Because you can't get out of your ship, and it is a lot of random stuff. There's a story, but it's loose. You know, you're gonna end up going through a lot of randomly generated zones, which means, you know, it's not as tight from a level design standpoint as, say, like a Rogue Squadron. Keyboard. I don't use a controller for this. The aiming is too precise for controller. And the game even recommends that you don't use a controller. Fucking GMB. You know what? I'm not gonna fight the GMB. I want to get out of here. The GMB are more or less just, like, non-hostile NPCs, unless you fuck with them. No, there's actually there's a lot of repeating enemies, but later on, the enemy variety becomes a little bit more noticeable. And there's some pretty fucked up enemies in this game, and there's boss fights, too. So I have here a shield break. I can't repair yet. Nope, still can't repair my secondary weapon, so I cannot shoot any missiles yet. However, time extend the fuck out of this one. And that was an elite. So, your equipment in this game is obviously extremely important. You want to have the best possible setup for whatever ship you choose, the light, medium, or heavy. They play very differently. I've become kind of more gravitated towards this ship because the maneuverability is just absolutely amazing. But I like all 3 for different reasons. So even though the equipment is extremely important and you want to have the best weapons you can find, there's a level of, like, skill increase that's going to get you through these areas even more than just having good equipment. knowing how to like handle situations appropriately is as important as having the right weapons. And you do feel like you're getting better at the game as you continue playing it. So that's one of the reasons I'd recommend it. It's not just, well, I got good equipment, obviously that's all I need to do, and then the game will play itself. Like, as much as I love Isaac being probably one of my favorites of this genre, if not my favorite, period, of the roguelite. Shield XC MK2, that's a good one too. As much as I love Isaac, there are times when I start a new run, and I get the most broken-ass combination immediately. And I'm a god. And the challenge level decreases substantially. It's still fun, but, you know, the run is pretty much just press A and win. And then there are times when Isaac, you get the most garbage stuff and the run is extremely, excruciatingly difficult. This game kind of feels fairly consistent throughout. And my mouse, I just moved it. Wow, what the fuck just hit me? Was that a missile? I can't handle another missile hit right now. Fuck. So I know I started this run like on a previous day, but I was still pretty much right at the beginning of the run. So you didn't really miss a whole lot. I was at the very end of Sector 1. Here are examples of some of that wacky enemy variety I was telling you about. So, yeah, flame blebs are trying to attack an outlaw missile turret and failing miserably. And I have... Oh! I've annoyed them. I don't know anything about them. I don't know why they're in this game. I don't care. They drop dark matter. That's all that matters. That's all that dark matters. Boo.
And deposited.
So, you know that podcast I've told you about, the last podcast on the left? The one with the conspiracy theories and, you know, them making fun of the conspiracy theories and also giving you the information. I listened to a recent episode about the Philadelphia experiment, which is the one I always reference by accident as the Manhattan Project. The Philadelphia experiment being in the 40s, and this is like paper thin, the evidence for this, but in the 40s they were experimenting with trying to make a ship invisible So they took like a naval destroyer and they coated it with like all these wires and crazy shit. And the idea was they wanted to make the thing invisible. And it ended up in Norfolk, Virginia. Just like teleported. And when it came back, it teleported back. The crew members were in the hull of the ship. Like, some of them were fused, some of them disappeared entirely, and some of them were in excruciating pain. But this conspiracy theory is kind of hysterical, because on a few occasions, like some of these, the reports of these sailors, you know, after the experiment, the people fusing in the ship is a fucked up image. I believe there's a movie about this too in the 80s, but could you imagine that fusing? Like, oh god. It's awful. But I was gonna say, the best part of this is the aftermath, where there were reports that some of these sailors would, like, phase out of existence, and the only way to get them back in is if a bunch of dudes, like, grab-ass them. Yeah. They had to get a little hanky-panky to get back into the corporeal realm. Apparently, in one case, there was a, I think it was it a kid? Or someone, I think it was just a sailor who phased out of existence. And the report goes, this one had me laughing for a while. The report goes that he phased out of existence and then phased back into existence. And when he did so, he burst into flames and remained on fire for like 8 days. Fuck. Yeah, this is Fine Dog, was that dude. Yeah. And secondary weapons are fucked again. I don't think he was alive more than, let's say, a couple of minutes, but apparently his body just continued to burn. It just so happens that most of the reports we've gotten about the Philadelphia experiment, which could have been a very real thing to, like, get us off of German radar, you know, like during the war. So that was probably where it originated from, and it had some degree of viability and you know, truth. But as what happens with these conspiracy theories, and I find them fascinating, obviously, but as what happens with a lot of these is things get a little bit stupid. Their shit gets fucked up, as Warren Zevon said. And the dude who, I believe it was like Carlos Danger or something.
Energy's making my teeth rattle.
Likewise, but to another part of my circuitry.
Oh. Wow, this place is fucked. Carlos Danger, I believe was the name. And he had a habit of being a serial liar. Sorry, I'm mincing my words and my thoughts are all scrambled at the moment. But yeah, he had apparently he was a brilliant person, but he also had the penchant, like even his brother was like, yeah, he likes to tell stories and get rises out of people. So I think that's a pretty reliable source. There's been some other corroborated evidence. There's been some, you know, reports that there was experimentation on a ship trying to coat it with some kind of like anti-radar material. Or with electrodes. Or something, I don't know. I don't know what I'm really talking about. But I don't believe it includes a sailor being on fire for 8 days straight. Vinny, are you excited about the CIA files on the Kennedy assassination getting declassified? Well, that's the big one, right? I mean, that's the big conspiracy theory. There's been so many movies. There's been books. That conspiracy is extremely redacted. Redacted. How do I feel about them releasing the files? Redacted. Do you think if there was some kind of fucked up shit and foul play that happened during the Kennedy assassination, do you think they would just... Oh, let's get them out there. No, those were burned. Those were put in a fucking bonfire. I don't think you're going to see too much different. I think it's going to be very similar to what you've seen 100 times. You should definitely listen to Dan Aykroyd talk about conspiracy theories if you want to have a good time. Because that dude... I mean, whereas I find interest in the topic, and I listen to a podcast every now and then, I've got a couple books in my library about this shit. Dan Aykroyd, he's not in the kiddie pool. Dan Aykroyd is in the deep end. He took a nosedive, and he is fully immersed in the pool, and has been for years. And he sells Crystal Skull vodka. Fucking hell. God damn it. Who just leaves these things on and then abandons the sector? Cool stuff over here, huh? Okay, what cool stuff do we have? There's too much. Thermogun times 10. Variation charges up 10 additional homing projectiles, unleashes them on the target. Let's see what it looks like. Wow. Pulse laser MX++. And I had the pulse laser MX++ as well. So fire rate mod. Thermo X10 is not as amazing as it sounds. This gun, it looks cool. I don't think it's times 10. I think it's just a little bit better than the previous one. However, Cloak Plus is good. I'm wondering now what I should do. Times 10 shots. Those are all individual shots. Thermal gun is mostly good for people who aren't good at aiming because it has lock-on. I mean, I can aim, especially with the cloak. Alright, this has got critical hit chance MK2 and fire rate. This has got fire rate MK3 and shield damage. Alright, we're not gonna do the thermal gun. Thermal gun's gone. I'm gonna upgrade my pulse laser. Thermal gun's cool as fuck and everything, but I feel like it's Yeah, it's someone in chat said it's better for people who don't aim well. The damage isn't very good. I want this to be fire rate MK2. Let's make it even faster. Now it's really fast. So yeah, now it's way better. Okay. This is my most powerful weapon. And it's probably a good idea for me to leave this region. I know, I say MK2, I know it's Mark II, I know MK means Mark. I get corrected on that like every time I play this game. It's just, I read it, literally. Nine mm. Let me show you a stasis missile.
Hostiles are targeting us.
Not bad. Not a bad weapon. Not by a long shot. Pretty good. Okay, I don't want to fuck with GMB. I already made that mistake.
This is bad.
It's bad, only if they know I'm here. Like now. Oh, they got a fucking Arc 9000? I mean, I don't want it because you only get one of them, but getting that extra dark energy is nice. Dark energy. It's there. Remember that band Temples? They released a new song today. I forget what it's called. But, I was really into them. I liked their first bunch of singles, and their first album was pretty alright. Second album did pretty much nothing for me. It was just kind of more the same. Not to say it didn't have good songs on it, but it was like, oh right, temple music. Here's a ton of reverb. Here's some exotic sounds, and the songs are about the sensory perception of temples. Again, not a bad album, but I had a lot more, I guess I enjoyed them more when I first heard them. But the song they released today was actually pretty good. I don't remember the name of it. Vinny, did you know that we recently found a supersized Earth, but we could never reach it, and it's 10 times bigger than our Earth, and that the gravity of the planet was enormous? I didn't know that, but that is exceptionally interesting. So if... Alright, think of it this way. So if there's a planet, like say that one right there, say it's got like 5 times the gravity of Earth, what the fuck would the creatures look like that evolved on that planet? Would they be squat, like, really short but wide loads? Humans, but super buff. They would have to be, yeah, I mean, they would have to have the muscle. They'd have to adapt and evolve the muscle to support that kind of weight, that kind of gravity. What about a planet like Earth, except, or it doesn't even have to be like Earth. I mean, life isn't dependent on only Earth conditions. I think that's a really, really easy trap to fall into, but I mean, there's life living...
Yes, got it.
What the fuck? Oh, right. Solar flare. I thought I was getting sucked towards something for a second. Silicon-based life. There's life, there's life that can thrive away from sunlight, you know, in thermal vents in the ocean, really, really deep, like the fucking Marianas Trench. That life is weird looking and kind of awesome. There are worms living in the lava. Probably getting energy from, or you mean like by the lava? They probably get energy from that, right? Like from the thermal vents and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I'm obviously not as educated as I could be on this topic, but I find it interesting that life doesn't need the exact conditions. And also the Earth is flat. So, yeah, I think that's a very interesting thing. And, I also think it's interesting that if life were to evolve on a planet with less gravity, would they be really tall? Like, I'm talking like the dudes on stilts at circuses. This is Carl. This is like Carl talking to Ricky. What kind of monkeys would grow? Yeah, a little bit weird. That's a trope in science fiction. But still, I do wonder what the life would look like if it were to evolve on a less gravity-wavity, timey-wimey planet. I still think that's one of the things that Interstellar did really well. It's, the way it kind of illustrated relativity. And, that planet, the ocean planet, that planet was fucked up. Super Earth is a classification of exoplanet, not a new discovery. Fair enough. Would it be like Star Trek? Oh, you mean a creature with fucked up shit on its forehead? And thumb nipples. It's like, that one episode with the game that I referenced in one of my videos about Agario. Remember that? and they gave her like the forehead shit because that's, you know, you listen, you got 24 episodes in a season, kids. You know, these alien outfits aren't cheap. So you gotta just, you know, use some cheap prosthetics and give them a fucked up forehead. But in that one episode about the game, it was in particular a very good episode because her forehead was basically, her forehead shit was basically just a vagina. And she was from like a pleasure planet. A little on the nose, I'd say. Well, I mean, technically on the forehead, but a little on the nose. What other thing? Oh yeah, in Star Trek, there's another fun trope where if a crew member has a veiny head, at any point, like they say I don't know, a temporal anomaly happened. Some particularly fucked up shit happened. The crew member comes back, crew member's got a veiny head, right? Like the temples, the side of the head are veiny. Usually that means that they are about to experience the most pain any human has ever endured. Ever. Or they're about to transform into a lizard. But yeah, that's the universal Star Trek symbol of this crew member is fucked. Sorry. Speaking of TNG, the Pegasus episode was basically just the Philadelphia experiment. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, that episode was based on that, loosely based on the Philadelphia experiment. In Pegasus, it's an episode, I think it's season 7. Missile Defense System Blueprint. And, Plasma Mine Mark III. Plasma torpedoes versus shield breakers. I'm gonna keep the plasma. Shock Rifle Pro. Maybe I can get rid of the Gatling gun. Oh, and this is the one that slows down time. I gotta get this one. Sorry, Gatling gun. You were useful, but I gotta get rid of this thing. Actually, I don't know. Should I get rid of Gatling? My pulse laser is more for the hull. I'll increase the hull damage on this thing. Yeah, I'll increase the hull damage. So let me upgrade this and I'll tell you about that episode. Because it is basically that. It's a season 7 episode where they recovered the Pegasus, where they go to it and it's stuck inside of an asteroid. Because they were trying to do cloaking technology, and the Federation in Star Trek, you know, that's the Vulcans and the humans and the other blue things and the things with the fucked up shit on their forehead. Mod limit reached. Alright, fair enough. So, the Federation was trying to develop a cloaking device, and it ended up, like, teleporting inside of a fucking wall. Inside the wall of an asteroid, and then they recover it. and get the technology, and then use the technology to get the Enterprise out of there. Anyway. Yeah, basically the Philadelphia experiment in Star Trek. I don't understand that rule. I don't really get it. I think it's kind of pointless. Like the Federation saying they don't want to... I know this is going to be really nerdy for a second, but the Federation saying they don't want to use cloaking when it could have saved them so many times. Their reasoning being, I think, because they don't want to be like a military organization, that their purpose is to explore strange new worlds and all that. But yet, their ship, their flagship, the Enterprise, is armed to the teeth with photon torpedoes, phasers, fucking cocks. There's all kinds of guns all over the ship. I mean, I would say cloaking. Meanwhile, the Romulans have cloaking. Klingons have cloaking. Everyone except the fucking Federation is allowed to have cloaking. Yet cloaking could be a great way to just explore strange new worlds and to, you know, get there peacefully and not have to, I don't know, say, fight. Part of the Romulan peace treaty is that they will not develop cloaking technology. Alright, okay, fair enough. See, I didn't know that bit of the lore. But then why the fuck are the Romulans still using it? It seems like on Star Trek, even though they've made a peace treaty with the Romulans, pretty much every other week there's a new plot by the Romulans to take down the Federation or to do some seedy shit in the neutral zone. G&B fighter, I don't want that one. G&B's gonna be mad at me. Maybe. No, they didn't get upset that I possessed one of their ships to fight for me. Getting a lot of blueprints this run. I think the Romulans just kind of suck. Desert says, if your ship is cloaked and you can't if your ship is cloaked, you can't explore so good because you will lose your ship. If I could find that Tim and Eric clip right now, that would be most appropriate. The one where his head explodes into the universe. You don't want to lose your ship. Now, the Romulans weren't that overused, but they always seemed to be used in a way that they were, like, kind of scumbagios, if you know what I mean. Remember that time Counselor Troy became a Romulan? I don't even remember why she became a Romulan.
A direct monetary reward for your endeavor.
Oh, and, oh, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I had a good thing. I had something good. Oh, so we did a Star Wars trivia night years ago, me and a couple friends at this local, like, bar. And the name of our team was the Romulans? With a question mark. We got a couple dirty looks for that one. Yes, I said Star Wars Trivia Night, not Star Trek Trivia Night. Running out of energy real quick. Nice teleport. I think I need to build an energy core. Or an energy expander. Fuck it. This was a fight and a half. Holy fuck. Still going. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. I almost died just then. Wait, what's repairing? Oh. Someone in the chat just said Deep Space Nine is still the best in the series, though the guy that played Cisco is a fucking madman off camera. Avery Brooks. That man speaks in jazz. I love Cisco. He's definitely one of my favorite captains. But yeah, he's absolutely mental. he's a brilliant guy. I just don't think he knows how to like get his words out, and I think he looks down on people. Watch type in YouTube if you're ever curious about this. It's actually really kind of uncomfortable, but William Shatner interviews Avery Brooks or Cisco. Watch that. It's from the Captains, and it's particularly wonderful. It's also kind of just funny to see William Shatner so far out of his element, yet trying to fit in. I'm thinking about getting rid of this override and replacing it with energy core extension. That's only plus 20 though. I don't know. I did it. Energy core extension. I'm gonna replace the shield now. I am gaining no new energy, I'm just getting a better shield. So... what I did just there was, I basically traded the ability to, control an enemy. Black hole. What the fuck? Eat a dick. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm not even that close to the black hole. I've lost control of my ship. Fucking hell. Oh no, 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 no. Fuck that. I really wasn't even that close. I just wanted to go to the fucking secure container. Yeah, let's not do the secure container. Let's just forget about it. else is over here? Some nanobots, I'll take those. Or take that, I should say, there's only one of them. Man, I figure if there's any good stream to talk about Star Trek, or any stream period to talk about Star Trek, it would be this one. Are you guys familiar with how many times Mike injects Star Trek into his reviews in Red Letter Media? And how many times Jay is just confused? Happens a lot. Speaking of Star Trek, I should probably show you this picture. So, Jason Isaacs, who played Malfoy in Harry Potter, Lucius Malfoy, is the captain of the new Star Trek series. So that's him as the captain. There's been some speculation that he won't actually remain captain for very long. I believe they even said something like that, but I don't know. I think he looks great as the captain. I'm definitely down for him being the captain, but it would be kind of a shame if we get him. He's a great actor too. Not Draco, it's Lucius. It would be great if he were to be the captain, but I think they're gonna do a thing where it's like you know how in Star Trek 09 Kirk gets promoted like immediately because previous captain was fucked. Kind of have a feeling that's gonna happen. Previous guy being Pike, yeah. What the fuck is this? I've never seen this type of bleb. Whoa! Did you see how much damage that thing just did to me? Whoa, cock! I'm still, 20 hours in, I'm still getting surprised by the amount of stuff that just happens in this game. Holy fuck. And then the bleb disappeared. It basically stole my hull, almost killed me, and then disappeared. Dick. Jump suppressor, tech container. Okay, at least I know where that stuff is. So, yeah, the captain, Jason Isaacs being the captain, I think is a really good decision. It wouldn't be as good of a decision if they shit can him immediately. But one of the reasons I like Picard so much is Patrick Stewart has this commanding kind of presence on the screen. I think he'll be especially commanding as the poo emoji, of course. But Patrick Stewart has this incredible just energy and this like authority. And I think that the Jason Isaacs character could have that because Jason Isaacs has that too. There is something really just you kind of respect or at least fear in Harry Potter. I think he could do a really good job. And, you know, he's English. I'd be down for another English captain. But I am really worried about Star Trek Discovery. It's apparently coming out this year, I think? but they lost the showrunner because of creative differences. Gee, sounds like the Han Solo movie. And that dude was a true Star Trek fan. I forget his name. It's coming out in a few months. It just doesn't feel ready. Like, it feels like just this amorphous thing. Like, just a really bizarre mishmash. Also, the ship, the Discovery itself looks fucking garbage. I really don't like the look of that ship. Brian Fuller. Yeah, Brian Fuller. So he's gone. The show was delayed a lot. CBS barely did anything for Star Trek's 50th anniversary. I mean, I went to the convention last year for the 50th anniversary in particular. Like, and there was almost... It just didn't feel like they gave a fuck. It actually felt like a step backwards. I don't know, maybe that's just my feelings. But I know people online were equally kind of pissed about it. It's a really hard series. I think it's a really hard series to get right and to also make commercially viable. Because people want action in their sci-fi. People want the thoughtfulness and kind of the cerebral stuff in their Star Trek. But marrying the two can be a little difficult. I feel like Battlestar Galactica did a really good job with that. The newest Battlestar series. You know which one I'm talking about. Which means, for me, Ronald D. Moore should have been part of this project, but anyway. They keep doing prequels with no new technology or pushing the bounds on social commentary. Yeah, that's... I mean, Enterprise was a prequel. This is a prequel. The new movies were just a recast of... The new movies were just a recast of the original series. They're not going forward. The most recent events happened, I believe, in Star Trek Nemesis, which was just a flaming pile of shit. And Voyager was not that great. I know people love Voyager, but that and the Next Generation movies being the most recent in the timeline, it's a little frustrating. Like, I just want to see more. It's been how many years now? It's been like, what? Almost 20 years? Whoa! Sector 5. Can someone get me a picture of the Discovery of the ship that they're doing for the new series? While I, fight these jabronis? I would appreciate that. Hang on. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just closed-minded. Maybe I think literally every other ship in the Star Trek canon looks better than this. And I collected those little fucking ship figurines for a little while. I love reading about the ships. I love learning about them. This just looks like hot garbage. I don't know. Doesn't do anything for me. It's too... This doesn't have style. You know, when you compare that to, like, the Enterprise E. Or the E... Well, not so much the E. I would say the E is pretty good, but the D is good shit. You all know about the D. Let me show you. Now that is a nice looking starship. That has all the right curves. fucking beautiful, yeah? I mean, the original one looked good, and I think that the one they did for the new Star Trek movies looks great, too. Yeah, but I'm not really crazy about that ship design. I think it's unfortunate, is how I would describe it. Oh, come on! And I'm out of missiles. This is unreal. Oh, you scum! How is this thing charging its shield so quickly?
I'm impressed.
Really?
No. I'm an AI, but I can say these things.
That was the funniest thing that that computer has said. And it hasn't said very many funny things. I want to keep mining crystals. I have a feeling that my weaponry could use a little work. This fucking shock rifle is giving me some reservations. And my energy pool still sucks. I'm running out of energy constantly. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. We are good. Now I have to find the jump suppressor. Nope. Damage limiter is up. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad I chose this to play tonight. This is definitely the game I wanted to play tonight.
You have drawn the attention of hostiles.
And what have we here? Stasis missile. Good, good. Oh man. That's a lot. Oh, nano kit blueprint. That's a good one. That is a lot of stasis missiles. In fact, I could get rid of some of these plasma torpedoes and just get a bunch of stasis missiles. What do you think? 10 stasis for 4 plasma? Absolutely. Now I can start using the stasis a lot more. I'm gonna need it too. Sector 5 is a bitch. And Sector 6 is as far as I've ever been. Stasis won't help if there's a Corvette MK2. A Mark II, yeah. No, you're right on that, actually. You're right. I'll just, you know what I'll do? If there's a Corvette, I'll use all my stasis on whatever small enemies are in the region, and then I'll build heavy missiles. What's your panel format gonna be at Too Many Games? Just Q&A. Totally no preparation. Underprepared. Well, I have some preparation. I have some stuff that I'm gonna do. So this is an ancient. And this is ancient dust. Don't breathe this. If you're too close to it when you destroy it, the black hole will suck you in, and you will die. One thing my ship is incredibly good at is destroying shields. I mean, it's good at a few things, but in particular, shield destruction. Just like Sith Lords are my speciality. And Sector 6. Yeah. Yeah, we just skipped a fuckload. And I knew what I was doing, too. I knew I wanted to do that. But we just skipped a whole sector. So, I'm gonna let them fight it out. Or not. Plasma mines. Come on. Come on. Come on. Is there someone helping me? Who the fuck is this? It's just a random event. Bombers have a lot of health. Gotcha, you fucker. Corrosion missiles. It's only 4 of them. And yet again, I still forget to use my goddamn stasis. That's a lot of fuel. ship got kind of fucked up. Why you no pick up nanobots? Well, I have I have 13, I think. Wait, how many do I have? 0? I have 0. No, I have 13 out of 15, and the nanobot injector would just maybe I will pick that up actually now that you mention it. Let me look into that. I think that this one is just free nanobots. Let's find out. Instantly repairs a certain amount of hull. Okay. We can replace that with shield charge drone, which I'll just use. What color would you like to see them bring to the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons? I don't think I really care too much. I'm not really much of a color person. I have all the gray stuff. I mean green, just because I like the color green. You know, green is an unoriginal color though, so...
The last of them.
I admire your optimism.
I guess the N64 was the last time I really cared about, like, the color. I had a few different... Oh look, my old ship. One of my fucking crashed ships is in this region. This might have been a bad idea. I went to a... Oh, fuck. I went to a hard area. Kind of by accident. This could be real bad. Let's hope my old ship had some amazing stuff. Right? Also, nearly 30,000 credits. Wow. 30,000. He threw a grenade at the guy while he was jumping off of a ship. Wow. My memory is so shit. I've seen that clip so many times of that awkward E3 dude. And yet, I don't remember exactly what he said. And I never can. I probably never will. Wow. Incredible. more conspiracy shit. You like the conspiracy stuff? I don't know if I have a whole lot else. Wasn't there some count that is said to have lived 200 years? Or how about, Val Valiant 5 or something? Val Valiant Thor? Not Count Dooku or Dracula. Nor Count Chocula. I think that was my old ship right there. There was some fucking count I read about in one of the books I had, and it was a wacky story, and he came back a couple times too. I love stuff like that, just bizarre accounts of like, obviously, things that are completely impossible. But, Val Valiant Thor, not to be confused with Val Kilmer, whose catchphrase is, "Hey guys." Val Valiant Thor is a fun one. It's, supposedly some alien, some humanoid alien that worked with the government for years. Yep. You heard me. Also, this sector sorted itself out quite nicely. Meaning I don't have to attack that drone carrier. Wow. Maybe I should leave. Maybe I should leave. The Count of Saint Germain. That's the one. That's the one. Look up the Count of Saint Germain. I don't know the full details, and anything that I don't know the full details on fucking anything, but anything I read about it was years ago. Valiant Thor, though, was an interesting story. Supposedly just some alien with slightly, like, purplish skin, but was otherwise humanoid. He had fingers, too. Just fingers. That's literally all I remember. Like I said, my conspiracy research days are pretty much kind of over for now. Anything that I know about now, like, is just for fun. Like listening to that podcast. Yeah, fingers, guys. He had fingers. So, Outlaw versus Okar is happening again. Gotcha, fucker. This is why cloaking technology is illegal. God damn it. Still alive too. Fucking cock. God damn it. Let me kill the sniper first.
think that was?
A sniper drone. Most likely outlaw origin. At least now you know how to deal with them.
I just read about it. One of the pieces of evidence against him was that he had 6 fingers. It never said if it was 6 in total or 6 on each hand. Who? Val Valiant or Saint Germain? Also, these names, you have to admit, these are some really good names for, like, conspiracy dudes. Val Valiant Thor. The Count of Saint Germain.
Credits.
Target destroyed.
There's too many. There's too many missiles.
We've got company.
This is crazy. I don't know how I'm gonna take this thing down. Alright. Jesus. I should at least take these bombers out before I attempt the fucking drone carrier. I kind of really want to get GMB involved. They can help. You can jump without killing it. I think I have to cloak, right? I'm just gonna bring these dudes as close to GMB as possible so they get pissed. Are they getting pissed yet? Yep. Oh, they're definitely gonna get pissed. If this one gets in and joins the fray, that's gonna be excellent. This is where the fun begins. Okar forces are inbound, huh?
Result.
Alright. Alright. Okar forces are inbound. It's time to cloak. Nope, I can't hack it. I cannot hack it. I confirmed I need to actually kill the thing. Oh no. This is about to turn into even more of a shit show. However, the GMB are involved. The Okar and the Outlaws will fight. So there's that. This fucking shield still up. This is a mess. This is a real fucking mess. Elite Okar forces are inbound. Oh my god. Holy shit. Time to cloak. I am cloaking, and I am hiding. That is a lot of activity. It's a war. This is just an all-out war. Can you craft a jump bypass device? I don't think I have that. Jump stabilizer. I need dark matter. I need 2 dark matter, even with an Arc 9000. You know what, let me see if I can build an Arc 9000. I cannot. I need antimatter, dark matter and dark energy. I don't have the ability to build that yet. GMB signal. That would just add more units. I'm really hoping that the Okar is going to destroy the drone carrier. I think that's gonna happen too. There's way more Okar than there are units near, really? Really? Oh my god. I can depart. They did it. That's amazing. That's fucking amazing. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen.
It's really dark here.
An astute observation.
You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to upgrade my shield. With an upgraded shield, it'll use a lot less. Energy. Like talking like William Shatner. Let me see. Shield capacity, recharge delay, shutdown duration. Fuck, I don't have what I need. I do not have what I need here. This stuff just increases energy consumption. I can't upgrade that. I can upgrade my cloak, though. Energy consumption mod, I can get rid of some of that energy use. And I can increase... Well, let me get rid of more energy use. Just make this thing really cheap to use. Okay, my stasis missiles are good and everything. It's time to build some heavy missiles. These are gonna come in real handy. I fuck up their shields, and then I destroy them with heavy missiles. It's a very viable strategy. Front shield. There we go. Alright. One down. One elite down. It's a fucking sniper.
Still needs to cool down.
See ya. I could build like another 20-something of these, so it's perfect. I see you. Maybe. Damn it. I can't believe he just fucking sideswiped me. It's like a Kmart shopping lot. Parking lot. What is wrong with me tonight? Fuck. The one joke I tried to tell, I couldn't even get right. Still no. Do we still have Kmart's on Staten Island? Well, yeah, kinda. The only one that I'm aware of that still exists is closing down. Or is already closed down. But those fucking parking lots suck. I remember when I was a kid, whenever we would go there, there would be some kind of incident. More stasis missiles, yeah. Free, I'll take them. Kmart is worse, yeah, is really terrible. The one we had before it shut down. Do you know, like, the pictures of the people with shit stains on their pants? Like the Walmart photos? This Kmart was the shit stain. Anyway, they built a couple of Targets on Staten Island. Those are much nicer. No Walmarts, though. I think Walmart is still not a New York thing. I don't remember. There was some kind of agreement that Walmart could not be in New York for some reason. Or in New York City. So we don't have any of those. But we've got Target, which is kind of almost the same thing. What is Walmart? Well, you know, in Midgar, there's a market on the wall, and you climb it to go to the upper shell. That's that. ShopRite? Yeah, we got shit like that. Stop and Shop, Pathmark, all that shit. Target and Kmart were the big replacements before. Or rather, Kmart was before Target. Now Target is the replacement for Walmart. I love how people ask me questions about Staten Island like it's some exotic place. Obviously not all the time, but sometimes it's like... I think people kind of propose the questions with some level of awe. Like, oh, what do you guys have? What's it like over there? And I'm like... I don't know. It's just home for me. I kind of just, I'm used to it. But we do have good parks. And we have a lot more space. We have a lot more open space. So you kind of need a car to get around. And we have beaches. Because we are an island. We got a ship graveyard, which is really interesting. It's where all good ships go to die. You want to learn about the dump? Yeah, I'll tell you all about the dump and its cancer-causing agents. Actually, I was at the beach a little bit today. I had a little bit of time after getting a number of things done before the convention. That's a better cloak. And so I'm sitting there, and this dude actually recognized me. And he pulled his bike around, and we started talking. So Ben, if you're watching, hope you had a good bike day. Ben had just bought a bike, and he was testing it out, and he said he rode many, many miles.
You're drawing fire.
I also thank Ben for being fairly respectful of personal space. So, thanks, Ben. Not Benjamin Forever. I don't know who that is. What the fuck just happened to my ship? Benjamin Forever in chat is a fake. It's an imposter, Ben. I think I'm just gonna leave now. Yep, I'm gonna leave. Did you see there might be problems with Rick and Morty Season 3? No. What kind of problems? Is each borough in New York kind of like its own city? Well, Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx are very similar in a lot of ways. Well, Queens and Bronx are more similar than Brooklyn, but yeah. It's a lie and an unfounded rumor. Alright, so never mind. I'll look around, see if there's anything, but I won't comment on it unless there's some kind of concrete story about the Rick and Morty season. I mean, as far as I'm aware, the season's just about done. That first episode they released on April Fool's was kind of really amazing, so...
Wonder where these containers came from.
So I think the season should be fine. If it's just taking a little extra long to get here, that's because they're probably, perfectionists. How do I feel that Payday 2 is being ported to Switch? Considering I've barely ever played any Payday 2, I don't think I have much of an opinion on that. It's more things for the Switch. That's cool. But I know that there's been problems with that developer and their console updates, their console versions. I don't know the exact drama, but there's something. They weren't treating their customers, the console customers, with like they weren't doing updates or something. I don't really know what was happening there, guys. They did like really shoddy ports. Everybody's suddenly asking you a question, so I want to give you a black bar too. Okay.
After a painful voyage,
This is the furthest I've ever made
Adam Roslin finally reached the secret lab. His DNA code was recognized by the defense system. To his shock, the entire facility had been made unusable. Time was running out. But there were other cloning facilities, carriers, abandoned bases, scattered throughout the demilitarized zone, too far to reach. Remotely, he brought one of them back online, initiating an exploit protocol. If the plan worked, it would bring him a body replacement. In his fever, he made mistakes, but the wheels were set in motion. In the meantime, the cryo chamber would halt the cytotoxin's progress. A long, uncertain sleep.
So cool. So, people that don't know the lore, you wouldn't, because there's just too much that you missed. Also, this is the first time
We have reached our destination. Our
in
mysterious
an area
friend
that looks
has
like
joined
this.
us. She must have followed us.
Hey there, you're the first clone to have made it.
What are you doing here? What is this place?
I'm not sure yet. Let's fly in closer and see.
That seems legit. For Payday, some people in chat said it has something to do with DLC and them segregating the community. I don't know. I'm all kinds of tired. I didn't expect the run to last this long, to be totally honest.
Seth Nobu is here.
It seems a few people have been waiting for me to complete this mission. What's this all about?
I've guessed what this place is. Have you? The original Adam Roslin's hideout. It took you long enough to get here.
Why, Nobu? Why can't you just leave the past be?
It's Adam Roslin I want, not you. There's a matter to be settled and you play no part anymore.
I have run a diagnostic of the facility defenses. The entrance is DNA coded to your specific sequence.
Okay, so only I can open the gates. This must be part of Roslin's plan. But what about these guys?
You must be unaccompanied for entrance to be granted. The entire facility is booby-trapped against any attempted breach.
Booby-trapped, huh?
You won't get in, Nobu. Time for you to drop your grudge.
Listen,
Two-Face
you
booby-trapped it.
brainless clone, I'm here for revenge, and that's what I'm gonna get.
Stand
Okay.
aside, Nobu. You've done enough damage.
Dinara? Oh, Dinara. So you were the mystery helper. You should never have gotten involved. Your brother became something quite different from the man you knew. These clones are no substitute.
My brother is in there, Nobu, and I intend to rescue him.
Dinara?
It's voice
Roslin's
acting.
sister. Now things are starting to make sense. Wait, what is she doing? Dinara, wait!
Nobu has technical support. She is heading straight into a trap.
Sucks, doesn't it?
She brought it on herself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to finish with an old friend.
Seth, you've done enough.
You don't get the right to use my name, meatbag. Just die!
We gotta prevent him from getting inside.
He will be unable to enter the facility without the proper DNA sequence. Just take care of his support first.
Seth Nobu sounds like a poor man's James Woods. Destroy the outlaw fleet. Someone said something about getting these on my side. How the fuck do I do that? I need an energy core. Should probably upgrade. I should probably upgrade this cloak. Other turrets around the crater can be turned on. Okay, I'm gonna try to turn them on. Get them nice and moist. Okay, energy consumption has been lowered. That fucking word. Moist. Why do I say these things? Why do I say these disgusting things? Ridiculous like hell. So I'm looking for other turrets. Artillery turret, perhaps?
This was only the vanguard. Prepare yourself for more.
Still trying to process that Gennaro was my original sister. I didn't show
Original sister. Original Nintendo.
Was her primary objective. It is likely she could not allow herself to become emotionally attached to the multiple clones she was supporting.
Did she see anything of her brother in me?
Oh, here we go.
Never know now.
Nice. Perfect. I need that. Gonna activate a couple more. Yeah, so these characters are the original versions of... I believe they're the original versions of the characters that interacted with my character before he was a clone. And the story's doled out kind of along the way. Get a little bit of info here and there. I still don't know what the fuck is going on most of the time. So don't mind me. Yeah. Out of energy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh! 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 Yeah. All right, we're good. Yeah, these turrets are fucking, like, mandatory at this point. I can't believe my shield is holding so well lately. That that Mark III shield that I have is really coming in handy.
This place anyway?
An abandoned colonial research station from the war. Made unusable when it was decommissioned. But some of the systems are still intact.
Missile silo input. I wonder if that missile silo can be activated.
You can activate some of the turrets if you get close enough.
That would help.
The Mario Kart shield. Missile silo is for later runs? Okay. For when you have the runs. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. Like I said, I would have preferred to have ended this around, like, I don't know, a half hour ago. But here we are, still going. Runs in this game take a little while. When I say a little while, I mean like fucking 2 hours. Fucking missile sound effect. Holy shit! Is there no end to the— oh! Is there no end to the missiles? Kind of stasis this enemy ship in the wrong spot. Alright, good. Fusion blaster, huh? Can't use it? Don't worry about it.
Tell me how to get in.
I won't be sharing that information.
I'll find a way in without you.
Is this playable with a controller? I don't know. I haven't tried it, but it doesn't seem like it would be. Artillery. Artillery, maybe. A good place to fight would be like between these two turrets, like between two ferns. I still have plenty of missiles. Yeah, this is definitely the best place to do this. How much range does this have? 37. It's pretty amazing. There's an access key, just in case I needed one. Easy. Oh jeez, not easy anymore. Come on. Yeah. Oh! This laser that I've been using, and not even the snipey one, the other one, the fast one, not the snipey one. You can tell it's 3 a.m. stream. You can tell it's 3 a.m. stream. The snipey one.
We must surely exhaust his supply of fighters soon.
I hope you're right. This can't go on
This is
forever.
surprisingly good. Even though it doesn't specialize in hull damage, it's still really surprisingly solid. Energy injectors are really cheap. Yeah? Alright, let's do energy injectors then. Let's use that, and we'll build energy injectors. I could even get, like, GMB. I may as well get some mines. I could get, like, the entire GMB fleet. Alright. Alright, it's time to build some GMB beacons. Let's see how many GMB I can get. Oh, oops. I can only really do one at a time, huh? So, okay, fine.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh god.
There's a lot of elite units. My shield is holding up so well. I love it. I've not completed a run yet, as you can tell. Or maybe some of you didn't know that. But this might be the first completed run. Maybe. Did GMB ever show up? I don't see them anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't look like they showed up. Let's see what else I can build. The beacon may not be able to reach them. I'm wondering about that. Build some combat drones.
This is insane. How did Seth get all these outlaws on his side?
They were undoubtedly bought.
Okay, that means we have, what, one more wave left? "13 enemies. Here we go. Nice. Okay, that's one. My drone is going for some stuff. Drone is headed into combat. It's a suicide mission. It doesn't even care. It's a brave drone. It will be missed. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it's dead. Oh my god. I don't even know who to attack first. Just cloak. Disappear for a little bit. Eh. Okay. 2 left. 2 left. Both stasis. 1 down. Second one down. My shield is still holding.
You did well. I registered
Now
no
what?
further jump signatures.
I just hope Seth didn't already gain access.
My scanners indicate that he is still alive and near the entrance.
All right. Let's end this once and for all.
Final battle. Okay. I don't think I have a whole lot of help this time. Grab credits first? Yeah, I guess so. I guess I just want this to end. So I'm kind of not thinking about getting every credits. Just get a couple. I'm gonna just see how this goes. You know, if I need to build more stuff, I'll build more stuff, but I'm gonna play it by ear. I think it's pretty clear I'm gonna need more energy injectors, at the very least. I wonder if stasis mines actually work on this fucker, or rather, stasis missiles. Gonna find out in a second. The arc doesn't lock on, so if I were to build an arc missile, it would be
These are
probably wasted.
my memories. I made it inside the hangar. There was Nobu, lying injured by the defense system. He was still alive, barely. I had so many questions, but didn't know where to start. He fixed me with his gaze, and then he laughed, mocked me. He seemed crazed, rabid with pain. In that moment, I didn't know whether to hate him or feel compassion for him. I had to make a decision.
Shoot.
In the end, I realized that to start the next chapter of my story, his story had to end. With Nobu dead, my DNA was validated by the system. I was led to the lab. There he was, Adam Roslin, my original, waking from stasis. We looked at each other for a long time. It was a moment of reckoning. Then we talked, perhaps for hours. Roslin was filled with remorse.
He's got
heavy
fucked up
with regret.
veins on his face.
He seemed to realize that I was not just a dull clone. He admitted his plan was
It's the Star Trek trope.
What was expected
He's
was
fucked.
a body replacement. What arrived was a person. A thinking, feeling being. Me. Roslin had reached the end of the line, and my lifespan was limited too. The clone sequencing he initiated had left me flawed. There was a chance for me to carry on, but not Roslin. So he instructed me in what to do. With the missing DNA fragments, I could use the lab's transfiguration pod and make myself complete. He showed me how to localize the fragments on the star map. Out of stasis, it didn't take much longer for the cytotoxin to finally do its work and kill Roslin. I had much to do. There were new possibilities, although time was limited in my current iteration. I needed a fresh body, and there was only one way to get it.
He shot himself. What? There is no final boss battle? Really? Okay. You don't get the final boss until you've completed a few runs. Oh, okay. Alright, fair enough. DNA fragments will now be displayed. Collect them, deliver them to Adam Roslin's lab to fix your DNA. Note that pending fragments will be lost should you not reach the lab during a run. Okay. Well, it's a little lame, but that definitely gives you more reason to play. I still haven't seen a lot of this game. Your objective is to get the DNA fragments to make your clone a full person and not a temporary thing. Interesting. And I have $43,000 for upgrades, which is amazing. So now I can make my ship incredible. This was great. This was my first completed run. I enjoyed it. I fucking love this game still. I'm not going to do any of the upgrading yet, but I also unlocked, I believe, another loadout, which includes the coil gun, corrosion missiles, shield, time extender, nano kit, jump stabilizer. So yeah, so I got some new stuff. I also got another enhancement. Let's see. I got low profile. Okar forces and colonial warships will not jump in anymore. But every location has a jump suppressor. Fuck. I also got Daredevil. Weapons no longer require energy and deal 25% more damage. Shield is permanently disabled. Holy shit. What else did I get? You can really do some like crazy runs with some of these customizations. Firing weapons while cloaked will leave the ship undetected. Activating cloak will damage the ship by 25 hit points. What the fuck? This, you can't use the Daredevil with the gunship at all. So they were around that. They worked a way around that. There are some pretty decent ones, like this one. After each jump, 5% of hull hit points are restored. This is a good one. That has no negatives. So there's plenty without negatives, but they're only very minor upgrades. So yeah, that's Everspace. That's one full run. Eventually, maybe we can do the final boss on stream. But not tonight, my friends. I guess I should say my goodbyes. See ya. Goodbye. We have art. So, there's a little bit of art to get to. How much is a little bit is the real question. There's a lot. There is a lot. Well, I very well can't leave this hanging for like a week. So, I guess let's do the art.